So the year was 2008. I was a naive, bright-eyed affiliate marketer with dreams of striking it rich online, and I just started out on my affiliate marketing journey. See, back then, in fact, let's make this deadbeat campfire style, make it more laid back. Back then, it wasn't like today where you could just go on YouTube and find training on how to do affiliate marketing. You'd have to track down these shady dudes on these old school forums like the Warrior Forum and Digital Point, and it was almost like this shady drug deal that you'd have to get into. Super sketchy. It almost left you feeling like a little bit dirty afterwards. You'd be like, hey bro, you got that course? And if everything went well, you'd send the money and you'd get your course that you paid for. A lot of times you would get scammed. That's just the days. That's just how new everything was. It was a Wild West frontier. Man, the nostalgia. The nostalgia's coming back hard. Do you remember these times? If you were like an old school OG marketer, do you remember those days? If so, comment below. I'm just curious how many people have been doing this for this long. Anyway, through the courses, I found out about ClickBank. Now, ClickBank was like the hot shot affiliate network back then, and that's what everyone used. So I picked my first offer. It was in the Grow Taller space, and it was basically this ebook that taught people these like goofy exercises that they could do to get an extra inch or two in height. That's what people were buying back then. So taking what I learned from my training, I decided to run some paid Yahoo traffic through Yahoo search and send it directly to my landing page that I set up. Drum roll, the results came in and I ended up sending 300 hops or 300 people through my affiliate link, resulting in a whopping 0 sales. No surprise. So I don't give up easy, and I decided to give it another shot, thinking this time maybe what I'll do is I'll actually shorten my landing page even more, make the links bigger, and try to increase my click-through rating, thinking that if I sent more people, I would eventually get like a sale or two. So that's what I did. I trimmed up my landing page, refired up the Yahoo campaign, and this time, 500 hops, and I got my first sale. What an amazing feeling that is. That first sale is like a whole new world of potential opens up right in front of your eyes. Do you remember that feeling? It's good, isn't it? So anyway, it was painfully obvious from the campaign, even though I made my first sale, it just was not going to work. The results for what I paid for the traffic and the sales that I made, there was no way that I was ever going to bridge that gap. It was just too far apart. So dejected, I went back to the forums kind of searching for the answer. Like there had to have been something that I was doing wrong. And then about a week later, I was playing World of Warcraft. I remember the moment vividly. It just popped into my mind. What if, instead of trying to talk to everyone, I refine the message and try to speak to just one person? What if I just actually make it longer, specifically speak to maybe that 1 or 2 people that are willing to buy, and try that? So that's what I did. Over the next 2 days, I crafted what I thought was like the best marketing message I've ever seen. And in retrospect, I read it like 2 or 3 years later. It was horrifically bad. But I kind of got the idea of what I needed to do. Like I started to say things like, you know, if you're like an inch taller, do you think that's going to maybe make you a little bit more attractive to women, for example? Like I tried to actually like speak to the person who might actually buy this thing. And lo and behold, after I refired up the campaign, the difference in conversions was just like night and day. It was so obvious to me. It was like a light switching on, brighter than you could imagine, that was the way forward. It was actually making your content longer, your sales videos, your emails, even your emails, like ridiculously long. Your sales videos, making those longer, typically the better results that you're going to get. And I'll talk about why that is in just a second, but let me give you an analogy here. Let's get up here off of this because I'm getting tired of sitting back. So let me paint a picture, a visual for you. Let's say you have a pie of 100 people. So no matter what you do, about 96% of that pie, or 96 people out of that 100 people, are just not going to buy. For whatever reason, they're just not in the mind state to buy. They might not have even determined that they need to be taller, for example. So someone that doesn't even realize that they need to be taller, or so they think, they're not even going to know or even be ready to buy a Grow Taller book. That's most people that land on your marketing message for one reason or other. They're in that mind state. So no matter what you say, no matter what you do, at that moment, they're just not going to buy. That's the way it is. However, of those 100 people, you have a smaller group, the cream of the crop, the cream that rises to the top, that 4%, that's the game, the 4% people. So no matter what, in any market, there's 1%, one person out of that 100, They're going to buy no matter what. Like they've already decided they want to get whatever it is. You just have to be there at the right moment, the right time, and happen to have that person land on your page or watch your video. They're going to buy. But there is an additional 3 people that if you say the right thing, you can convince some of those people to buy. So the game is to get 1 or 2 more people out of that 100 to buy the product that you're recommending. And that's where the art, that's where the science comes into play of getting people to buy that stuff. So the secret is not to focus on the masses, in fact, to repel them if you can, and focus on the 1 to 2 or 3% of the people that you can get to buy. And the reason why this works is because basically the more that you say, as long as it's not wasted, that's a key point here. Is like you don't want to just say create more content just for the sake of it being longer. The more that you're able to hit those touch points and the more that you're able to have them commit to your content, the more likely they are to become a buyer, to become a buyer. So that's the key phrase, to become a buyer. And the long form content is what allows you to do that. Now there's always exceptions to this, like for example, with Amazon affiliate marketing, just getting people over to Amazon does most of the heavy lifting for you. It's like sending a cokehead into a crack house. Like they're coming out of that house looking like a 3-week-old powdered donut. You know what I mean? Like Amazon just has that power because they've conditioned people over the years. Like you go to Amazon, you're buying something. But we'll talk about that later in a different video. That's a completely different lesson. So what do you think? Comment below. Did you learn something from this video? I hope so. Now, if you want to take this concept further, I created another video titled The GigaChat Affiliate Reveals the Affiliate Marketing Secret. This is how I actually discovered this tactic using a lesser known tactic that people have forgotten about today. So you're gonna wanna implement this after this video, so click and watch this video. Talk soon, it's the Deadbeat, and I think I'm gonna hit up Dunkin' Donuts, get myself like a French cruller. I'll see you later.